Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you the ordinary skincare routine for glowing skin. So I think that the best way on how you can achieve this is by adding enough hydration to the skin, taking care of your skin's health, additionally having a plumbing effect and exfoliating the skin once or twice per week with a strong exfoliating acid mask to let go of the dead skin cells and to smoothen your skin surface. And to maintain this, you would do this regularly. So based on that, I came up with an example routine that I want to share with you now step by step. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this setup of a video, I like to prepare my example routines in a PowerPoint so I can share them visually with you now here on the screen, but you will be able to get a copy of it in the description box down below. Now I want to take a moment to briefly go over one example routine to explain to you the setup so that you understand this when then recreating the routine at home or going over the entire PowerPoint again if you have downloaded it to your device. Now I'm going to use the morning skincare routine now as an example. On the top corner you can see the time of use with a frequency. In the middle you always have like a brief explanation what the routine should do for you. Below that you have the example routine already in the correct order of application, and below that you have the overall general guide of how you would use the individual products and how much you would use of them. Now when it comes to how much you would use, this can be slightly adjusted in case you have a larger face, smaller face, but overall, especially with your treatments, you should have enough to apply it evenly and thinly all over. So please do not overdo it. So that's really important, not only to reduce or avoid it in some cases like irritation, as well as making sure that everything layers comfortably. Now I want to get started with the example routine and explain to you what products I have picked and why I have picked them in combination. So first of all, the morning skincare routine can be used daily and it should help you to keep your skin surface smooth, plump and hydrated, as well as healthy looking, and it has some benefits by reducing signs of aging plus protecting against UV rays. So if you are having sun exposure, of course sunscreen is important. Now, when it comes to the first step, you want to make sure that you're going to wash your face with a regular cleanser that's suitable for your skin type. Please make sure to avoid exfoliating acid cleansers as we are working with the ordinary peptides. So you can see two great examples right here. If you have oily skin, look for one that's suitable for normal to oily skin. If you have dry skin, look for more of an hydrating formulation. Then go ahead, wash your face with your cleanser, rinse everything off, and then take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water from the skin surface. So you want to make sure that you're going to avoid applying your skincare products to wet skin. Now, if you are being confused about wet skin, damp skin and dry skin, I have a specific video on that topic, which I can leave in the top right corner, which is important to understand so that you then will have the best experience when applying your skincare products to the skin. Then when it comes to the products that I have picked right here, I'm going to quickly individually break them down, but they have to work together. So the first thing that you're going to apply to the skin is going to be the ordinary amino acids. So you're going to apply that to the skin, then you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Give it just a moment to absorb into the skin before heading into one of the ordinary peptides. Then again, apply to the skin, leave it on the skin, give it a moment to absorb, and then head into the ordinary natural moisturizing factors, which I did mention is an optional step depending on your skin type. You could go ahead and skip it, but overall it's a great addition to use before applying a sunscreen. Now those three all together should help you to repair your skin barrier, like to keep it healthy looking, to give you hydrating properties as well as a plumbing effect. So the reason why I've picked the ordinary amino acids as the first term is because that one is more likely to penetrate into the skin, so that the amino acids, which are the little building blocks that the skin needs, that they are going to get there where they are needed. This is basically the entire idea behind it. Therefore, you want to make sure that you're using that one at first. Because when then applying one of the ordinary peptides on top of it, which can be either matrixyl with hyaluronic acid or the ordinary multipeptide serum with hyaluronic acid, which was like previously buffet. So either one of them can be used then after you have applied the ordinary amino acids. Now with the peptides in general, it's questionable how well they penetrate into the skin. But the pro side to this is that it can give you an extremely healthy and radiant and plumbing looking skin, because it's more likely to sit on the skin surface, whereas amino acids are more likely to penetrate the skin. So you want to make sure that when combining them in the same routine, that you're getting most out of it to maintain your skin's health and to keep it well hydrated and get that plumbing effect, not only from the peptides individually, but because they also contain hyaluronic acid, which can give you that additional plumbing effect. So this is an excellent combination to use together. Just make sure that you're going to follow this specific order of application. And then when it comes to the ordinary natural moisturizing factors, that one does contain so many different elements that the skin needs to keep it healthy looking, to keep it protected. So if you're planning on using it, you would use it after the serums, but before your sunscreen. And altogether, this is basically the combination that should give you that healthy looking, smooth and plump and hydrated look, so that glowing effect. And then when it comes to the sunscreen, which is the last step in your morning skincare routine, I did not go with the ordinary sunscreen nor NIOD, because both are mineral sunscreens, and when applying them to the skin, they do not really give you a glow. They are usually more mattifying. So instead, I went with chemical sunscreens or mixture. So I have Beauty of Joseon right here, or COSRX Always Soothing Sun Cream. Those are two great sunscreens that I can recommend that also leave a nice glow on the skin. Especially when it comes to COSRX, that one leaves a nice glow on the skin without feeling too oily or heavy on the skin, whereas in my opinion, Beauty of Joseon would be a great one if you have a drier skin type. So that's just my experience by trying them, but overall both are excellent sunscreens. And so then this would be the order of application and your daily morning skincare routine. And again, don't forget to read the general guide below of how much you would need to use of them individually. Then when it comes to the evening skincare routine, you're going to follow that specific evening skincare routine when not using the mask, which should help to give your skin the ongoing support with an antioxidant. Here's where I've picked EUK, while leaving your skin brighter looking as well as less irritated, protecting the skin from the free radicals as well as hydrated and healthy looking. So again, when it comes to the evening skincare routine, you want to make sure that you're going to properly wash your face. With the sunscreens that I have picked in my example routine, you are able to remove them with the regular cleansers, because they aren't mineral sunscreen, they aren't stubborn to remove, so the regular cleanser is enough. But of course, you could go ahead, use for example the ordinary squalane cleanser in the evening. That one is a great evening cleanser in my opinion, suitable for all skin types, can be used on its own, or if you're planning on doing a double cleanse, then this would be the order of application. But again, you have the general guide below as well. Then again, after you're done with washing your face, you would head into amino acids to keep the skin hydrated, healthy looking, maintain your skin's health. Once you've applied it to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off, and then move on to EUK. Now, EUK is an anhydrous solution, so it's a water-free formulation. Therefore, you would use it after the amino acids, because the amino acids is a water-based zone. And EUK is a great antioxidant, helps to reduce sensitivity, irritation, inflammation. So if you're prone to redness, it's a great addition to it. Free radicals. So you want to make sure that you're going to neutralize the free radicals as much as possible. So the damage that can be done to the skin is also one of the biggest concerns why you may have a weakened skin barrier or a dull looking skin. So therefore, adding an antioxidant to the skincare routine is great. Apply to the skin, leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off. And then with the anhydrous solution, you want to give it a bit more time in between so it can absorb into the skin, because it sits long on the skin surface. So once it has set, you then can move on to the ordinary natural moisturizing factors to wrap everything up to keep the skin hydrated as well as protected. And then this would be your evening skincare routine, which you're going to use pretty much daily in the evening, unless you are planning on using the mask, which now brings me to the next evening example routine. And this is where I have included the ordinary peeling solution, which you can see right here. So you're supposed to use the peeling solution no more than twice per week. So you can decide if you want to use it only once or twice per week. An example would be Wednesday and or Sunday, depending on your preference. So make sure that you always have about like 3 to 4 days in between before planning on using the peeling solution again, so that your skin has the time to regenerate before using it again. Otherwise it can be quite potent on the skin. Now, again, when it comes to your cleansing step, make sure that you're properly washing your face with a regular cleanser, or maybe do a double cleanse or use an oil or balm cleanser on its own. Please make sure that when working with a regular cleanser to avoid exfoliating acid cleansers, because we're already using the peeling solution. So what's important to do in between right here is, again, once you have rinsed off the cleanser, take a clean towel, gently pat all over to remove the excess water from the skin surface. But then it is important to wait at least 5 to 10 minutes in between, wait for your skin to dry, and then apply the peeling solution like evenly and thinly all over, and then leave it on the skin for 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes are like basically have passed, then you can go ahead and rinse it again just off with lukewarm water. There's no cleanser needed, just water. You may want to use a washcloth in between if you want to see such a specific guide. I'm going to leave it in the top right corner so that you can see this visually. But this would be then the image on how you would use the mask. Once you have rinsed off the mask, you're going to take a clean towel, gently pat all over to remove the excess water from the skin surface, and then again maintain your skin's health and hydration level with the ordinary amino acids, as well as then follow with ordinary natural moisturizing factors. And so that's then the routine that you're going to follow once or twice per week. And so when it comes to the peeling solution, I do have the specific application guide right here. So in case you feel overwhelmed on how you should use it, you can read it again below the boxes, or as I already mentioned earlier, I'm going to leave the video in the top right corner as well, so that you can see this visually. Because it is a strong mask, it's important that you know how you can properly work with it. And so when it comes to what the peeling solution contains, it's basically what I have emphasized right here on the top. So it contains 30% of AHA, most of it is glycolic acid, as well as 2% of BHA, which is salicylic acid. And you can see right here the benefits of it. So it's primarily loosening the dead skin cells to achieve a smoother skin surface, which then helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, hydrates the skin, reduces hyperpigmentation, and overall, because it all does this, it is able to leave your skin after that, like once you have washed it off, with a glow. And so you want to maintain that, therefore you want to maintain the entire routine with the exfoliating acid part, as well as keeping the skin well hydrated and protected. So those are the key points that I want to emphasize in my example routines, and based on that I have like set it all up. And so this would be then it for the evening skincare routine. So this is basically how you would use the products, how you would then follow them when going with the routine that I have prepared for you. In case you want to know again more information about what the specific products are supposed to do for you, well, below the example routines you will find the skincare product descriptions. This is where you can see the entire list of products that I have picked with a description next to it, for whom they are suitable, what they exactly do for the skin, as well as which one you then should pick. And then below that you will find the overall general skincare tips, which I have already emphasized now while going over the example routines, but you will find everything again down below so that you have it in your own time if you're going to save it as a copy. And then below that, the sunscreen information, which is all about sunscreen, when you should wear it, how you should read the labels, as well as the entire application and removal guide. And so there you have everything what you are going to find in my PowerPoint if you're planning on downloading it and saving it to your device. But that's primarily what I wanted to share with you, keeping the focus on example routines and how you would use the individual products with their frequencies. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did so and if you find it helpful, please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. And if you want to support my channel, as I'm an independent YouTuber, I'm not affiliated with any skincare companies. I'm buying the products with my own money. I'm setting up the entire PowerPoints in my own time. So if you want to support that work, if it's helpful to you, please don't forget to leave a tip, which you can do by clicking on the super thanks button below this video, or check out the description box there you will find a PayPal link. Thank you so much already in advance. And if you now want to learn more about the individual applications, especially when it comes to the peeling solution, again, I'm going to leave it at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching, that you can see the application. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skin caring. Bye.